Hey everyone, Dana Goodwin here, just coming to you real and raw. And apparently, I'm more of a every 3 day kind of girl for these videos instead of every day. So I'm catching you up for the last 3 days. So if you're just kind of jumping on right now, I'm just sharing kind of the day-to-day ins and outs of my cancer journey as I was diagnosed February 16th with breast cancer, and then had my double mastectomy March 18th. And so today is April 3rd, 2024. And so last 3 days, so on Monday, so today is Wednesday. So what was happening over the weekend is I had my surgery. Everything was going amazing, like no pain, like healing was happening. But I did have more swelling on the left, but it wasn't like it was red or swelling or anything. So the minute the drains got pulled out, but within 24 hours, I was at the ER with a hematoma that got infected. And so fluid was just collecting and pooling and pooling. So even though they had me on IV antibiotics every single day, it was not touching it. It just kept getting worse. So then they put me on oral antibiotics on top. And so by Monday, like it was bad. Like it was bad. It was quite big. And I knew, and I've been praying that I'm like, oh my gosh, God, I just don't want to have another surgery with more drains, because they would have to drain it. Okay. Cause you just can't go on much longer with it looking that way. And the infection just can't clear up without draining that fluid out. So I just really didn't want another surgery. So I was booked in to see the doctor at the IV clinic, but the miraculously weird thing happened. And I'm really sorry for the gory details, but this is real and raw. And I am a nurse. And so here you go. So that fluid needed to come out. So while I'm in the shower, just kind of noticed that there was some, we'll just call it goopy things. And I'm like, oh, where did that coming from? What ended up happening, without being too gross, is that my surgical wound actually burst open between two of the stitches. So just a tiny burst open, but all this fluid was able to get out. So it was actually a blessing in disguise. I know that it's not usually a good thing for your wound to burst open, but in this case, it actually meant not having to have surgery, not having to have another wound, not having to have more drains, and it's literally completely drained. I only have just a little bit of drainage coming out, and now the wound can just heal. The infection is now finally under control. I'm probably going to be able to stop my IV therapy tomorrow, because I've been having to go to the Royal Alec every single day for IV therapy for antibiotics, which is not convenient. It's a pain in my butt. But it's necessary. Had to just kind of go through the motions and do those things. But it was literally a weird way of answering prayer. Really, it was. And so I'm actually really grateful it happened the way it did. And because things have improved like immensely. So tomorrow I have my appointment with my surgeon. And so that's where I find out my biopsy results. So that would be the biopsy from the tumor itself, as well as the surrounding tissue, to see if it's, was growing past the tumors, as well as the biopsy from the lymph nodes, because they removed all my lymph nodes. So that is tomorrow. I do go back to the IV clinic tomorrow. Hopefully the doctor will tell me, oh, you're done with the IV antibiotics, stay on the oral antibiotics, so I don't have to keep going there every day. That would be amazing. And so it's been a little bit of a roller coaster this last week. Like Good Friday was a really hard day for me. I was in the ER for 6 hours, and it was just a really difficult day. And I was only working on 4 hours of sleep, because the night before I had spent 4 hours in the ER till like past 3 a.m, and then had to be at the Royal Alec for an ultrasound at 10 the next morning. So just had and it was just a rough weekend. And so we've really turned a corner since Monday. And so I'm just super hopeful that things are going well. And I am absolutely just 100% just knowing that the biopsy is going to come back clean. I did kind of take a little peek myself online And I had a friend of mine who is an oncology nurse help me to discern some things. But I obviously want to wait till the surgeon gives me the final verdict on the things. But it looks kind of good. So I'm really happy. I'm feeling really good, but I'm definitely going to wait for the actual results from the surgeon out of her own mouth. Just discerning that report and everything. But I'm so appreciative of all your prayers. They're working. They've turned a corner. I'm super grateful. And then I'm booked next week already, which again, like amazing how fast this is going. I'm booked next week to see the oncologist at the Cross Cancer next week. So things are rolling. And I'm just really grateful this infection is getting out just under control, and just so appreciate all your love and your prayers, and just hope you guys are having a really great day. Take care.